Now, with this, we're going to implement a little JavaScript. Yeah, I know we are not into JavaScript, but we're going to implement a little JavaScript to this. Let's add the button somewhere around here. It's actually a button because we are just using, we're going to use a tag for it. So first, let's add it to the dev class. And let's give it a class of drop down icon. So inside it, now we need to apply a tag as usual. Then now what icon? We are trying to get this icon now. It's a unicorn code or something. So let's look for it. Unicorn. Am I right? Sorry, Unicode. Unicode, I think. Yeah, this is short for Unicode. Let's look for Unicode. Wow, 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 wow. No. Let's go to W3 school. I think that place, it will give us something nice. W3 school. So for W3 school, I think it has a bunch of it, if not all of it. So W3 school, I think it has a bunch of these things, but we're looking for something like this. Yeah, something like this. Let's try this. So this is the code. Yeah, nice. I think this is what we're looking for. Add something like this. Just copy it. This is a Unicode. It works like text. You can give it a font size and the same design you give text. So if you save it and refresh, yeah, see it here. Came out. So, but we don't want it on our laptop screen or our laptop screen size. We don't want it here. That's the gospel truth. The truth of it, we don't want it here. So how do we make it go away from here and make it appear when we have a particular screen size? So with that, let's move over to our CSS. CSS knows it all. So let's make it disappear first from our home screen on desktop. So we use our class we added the drop down icon. Display is a display feature. It's easy to write display. Display feature of none. If you hit save and refresh, boom, it's gone. Otilo is gone. So it's gone here. So how do we tell our code to make it display again when we have a smaller screen size? So we have something called media. We write it this way: at media screen, and now here I tell him the maximum height I want it to function on. And we're using 680 pixel. I think that's nice. So anything right inside this media now we take on we appear when we have a screen size equal to or less than 680 pixels. So now, firstly, we don't want this to appear like this on our phone or on our screen size, on a smaller screen size. We don't want this to appear. So we are going to make it disappear too on the other screen size, on the smaller screen size. So we are getting into it on that list. Then you have the class of Nav Bar. Then our list tag, let's give it a display of none. If you save and refresh, it won't have any effect now. But if you reduce the screen size, you see it disappears. If you increase it back, it appears. The screen size disappears, it goes back. So as we reduce it here now, we want to see our unicorn code somewhere around here, as we have it on our code here. As we have it here, we want it to appear here. So how do we achieve that? So we take on the how do we achieve that? So we made it disappear here. So let's call it also here and tell it to appear back with a display of block. If we tell it to come back with a display of block, if we save and refresh, you see it's coming back. It's coming back here. So but we need it to be somewhere around here. Now we tell it to float again. Let's tell it to float right. Don't need the what's the right? Yeah, it's certain right. So we are going to also design it and make it stay at the middle. And we are going to use one more design feature with this. So drop down, I get the A tag. I think if you are using design feature with this, just copy this and paste it here. Did I refresh? Oh, we have a problem. Let's go, okay. We don't need this display of block. Yeah, we need text declaration now. Remove the underline. So okay, we have something missing here. We don't actually need minimum height. Let's add a let's see the minimum height. Let's add line height. I think that is what is missing. 80 pixel. Save and refresh. Yes, we have it at the middle now. We have it at the middle. I don't think we need the padding. Yeah, let's just leave it there. Center. Let's leave it uppercase. This I don't think it has any effect. So the color. I think yeah, we are going with this now. So we have it, but it's not clickable. It's not clickable. Or maybe it doesn't do anything. So how do we make it do something? We need to make it do something. So we want to create a logic here now. We want to tell our code that when this button is clicked, we want it to add an extra class here this way. Maybe I want to add an extra class called responsive. We want it to add this class here when it's clicked, not inside our code. So we have to remove it here when it's clicked. And thank God for JavaScript. That is what will be helping us to do this. So to write JavaScript inside CSS, to write JavaScript inside HTML, we start with script tag. We write it inside the script tag. We are coming up with a function, and let's call the function a drop down menu. Drop down menu. So inside this drop down menu, we have a variable called, let's call this variable x variable. Now we want to tell our JavaScript some things to do. We want to get some information first before we can do it. And JavaScript likes interacting with the HTML using ID. So we're going to use an ID here. Let's call it drop down click. For the lowercase drop down click. So here now, without so we want to our variable x to tell some to do something for us. So we call it document. This our file is a document. Then we get elements by ID. Then we give it the ID. The ID is that drop down click, drop down click. Then close the semicolon. Then let's make an argument if x dot class name. This x dot class name is referring to this is exactly equal to top now. If the class name we find there is exactly equal to top now, then you have to execute this. You have to add a class to it. So then the class now, the class name then will be equal to yeah, equal to top now and responsive. If we equal to top now and responsive, so I will you do something now. Else, if it doesn't meet this criteria, then it have to return it back to class name equal to top now. What this is essentially doing for us is once when we load our website, we know it will be having this only top nav. So when you click it, it turns it back to this top nav and responsive. Then when you click on it now again, so it will run this code again, but it doesn't meet this criteria, then it comes to this and get it back to normal. That makes it, if you click it, it opens, and if you click it, it closes. So with this, let's save it and refresh. No, you're not going to see any effect now because we haven't designed responsive code, but you can see it if you do inspect. If you do so, you go to our body header nav, go to our nav. So look at this place now. When we click on this, when we click on it, I want to show you something. Oh, when you click on it has not started working. Sorry, we have not applied it to the code. So we're going to use to apply a function. We are going to use on click equal to the name of the function drop down menu. as a function maybe. Okay. Yeah, as a function, add this bracket to it. And let's save and refresh. Oh, it's not still working. Yeah, but we're supposed to add something here and it doesn't like payment. So let's add some JavaScript that makes it work. Add write JavaScript here and call it void. Void means don't return anything. So void zero. We add our semicolon. We save and refresh. I think now it works. Yes. Let me show you what I want to show you. Let's look at this. Let's concentrate here. Let's refresh. Oh, now we have top now. If you click on it, it adds the class to top nav and responsive. You click on it again, it returns back. So that makes it easier for us to work with. So now let's apply an effect when it's clicked. But you are going to do the work inside our JavaScript, sorry, inside our mobile view. So with that, we're going to add, we're going to design the responsive menu. And now we're going to call all the menu inside that place using our responsive, top now, responsive, trying to point out that this thing works only when it's responsive. Then we get our list because we told it to display, not to display, sorry, on here. Once the screen size is less than or equal to 380 pixels. So we have to make it appear with a display of block. If you save and refresh, when you click on it, it appears. You click on it, it appears. But it's not what we like to do. It's not, I don't like it to be this way. I like it to make this go to the names, stay there, and this apply online. So how do we do that? So I want to give this. Let's change this to a display of inline. Sorry, inline. Let's do and refresh. It's still the same. Let's continue. Let's use inline. Give it a width of 100%. Let's refresh. Make the same. Oh, okay, we missed something. Okay, we missed something. We have not designed the responsive background and others. So we design it with the top now dot responsive. With a position, add a position for it, the position of relative maybe not to move around too much to make it stuck. Then we float it. So we're not going to float it because if it was floated here, I think we float it right here. And if you click on it, it's going to the right. So you need to remove this floating. So float of none, and float again. Float no more. We also add the same background color we added before, a gray color that has a hash code of EEE. So if you see now refresh this, I think we have it. We have done it, but this is still moving around. We don't need it here. So what do we do? So let's make it position well. So let's make it position well. Then with that, we are going to use, we are going to, with that, we're going to design it, point at it. Let's just use the drop down icon to design it class. So what are we telling it? It's a position. Let's give it a position class of absolute. We don't need any move around. Absolute. Then let's position it top 0, and then right, meet at the top right, then right 0. And if you save it now and refresh, it makes it whether you click it or not. Let's add a font size to this to make it a little bit bigger. Font size. Let's make this 30 pixel. Yeah, I think it's better like this. And let's release it to it is too big. Empty. It is okay. Let's leave it this way. Then we added something to this one whereby if you click on it has a line under them. We have also added here uh, the top now about the responsive. On the make this right. Then a list. Then use a border. A border. The border is just round the square or round anything at all. But you're using for now, you're using border bottom. I want to put a line under it. You can put all over it as you wish. You will not have to use border bottom. But border takes in mostly three values. First is the thickness of the border. Second is whether it will be solid or not. And third will be the color. I used this color before. So we're taking these three values, essential values. You have to know the thickness of whatever you want to put. Know the whether it's trying to be solid. You have dotted lines and others on the solid part. Then you can choose any color, of course. If you save this and refresh, oh, it's not working. Why? Why is it not working? Why is it not working? It's not showing up. Why is it not showing up? Let's look at our code. Okay, I think we gave our code this list a display of none, right? We gave it a display of none here. So because of this now it's not working. So let's just reverse it here to enable it to work. So yeah, okay, let's change this. I'll give it a this. No, yes. Let's just change it here and give it a display of log. Refresh. Yeah, we have it. Even the display of block works. But that is something we have a line also at the end of this, but we don't need it to be here. We don't need it here. We just need it in the ones in the middle. We achieve with this not, then you can write it in so many ways, but we are trying to target the last value. Even though we add the extra letter, it won't matter. So the last child should not have any feature we put into here. So this is just saying that any last list item cannot have these features and stuff. Any features we added, we added only one because that's what we needed. If you save and refresh, you see that it doesn't have the line at the last. You can apply it at the first. If you want to apply it at the middle, you can also do that with using this. Now we call the child you want to apply it as normal 0, 1, 2. If I call 0 here, save and refresh, it's not applying anywhere. Let's call it number 1. Save and refresh, it removes this number 1. So yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can use 5 to also achieve the same thing. But when you apply or when you add a new menu, it's 5 cannot work well. But if you use last, so it's just targeting only the last child to have an effect on it. I think with this, our menu bar is set and ready. Our menu bar is set and ready. Well, we have something like this and navigate it. So next, we are going to add our banner, something like our banner. We add our write-ups on it and a text too, and make it look like this.